Alright, now before we jump into how I was completely wrong about this thing, check this out. It is only 65 degrees in Houston right now. Like, this never happens. It's always hot here. And this is like the first real day of fall that we've gotten all year. So, it's hoodie weather. I mean, I always wear a hoodie in my videos because I'm in my office, but now I can wear one outside. So,
step into my circle, whip the opposite of Urkel. When I pull up flying purple, people eaters could invite me. I sealed the fate of Herschel, and I just leave them on the limb and hand them my business. His rappers are walking that I already killed them. Skin blanco, lyrical weapon kicking like a bronco. Head honcho, spherical presence came from the grotto. A dead rapper, wrap his body in a poncho and crack his melon with a combo like pronto. Sayonara.
but yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and jump into the video because I know I was wrong about this camera, and y'all let me know. Y'all left some comments. What's good, creative fan? Brandon Washington here, and first of all, if you're brand new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button because this channel is all about filmmaking gear, tips, and tutorials. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at all the things I was wrong about when it came to the A7 III. Now, you guys were definitely vocal, and that's one of the things I do like about posting videos to YouTube, is that if I ever get anything wrong, trust me, the internet will always let me know. And so I want to jump into really two main things that I got wrong, which, just as a preference, this was not a video I was planning on making. I actually had a whole nother video planned to make today, which now that video gets pushed back a day because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been posting daily, you know? I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm becoming like a daily uploader, but I mean, this is a good week. But I will say this, I know when I'm wrong, and I'm not afraid to admit when I make a mistake. And so let's go ahead and jump into the first mistake. Now, the first thing that I said that was wrong with this camera was that the fact that it had no built-in time-lapse feature. Now, I know when it comes to this camera, there is a mode called S&Q. And now, whenever I was using the S&Q, which I mind you guys, I'm primarily a Canon shooter, so please don't crucify me here. But when I used S&Q, pretty much it put my video in slow motion and it allowed it to play back in slow motion. Now, all the research I researched on that mode told me that if you shoot in S&Q slow motion, it's a lower quality slow motion, so that you're better off actually just using the normal frame rates and then slowing it down in post. And so that's what I went with. I pretty much chalked S&Q to the side and I was pretty much good to go, and couldn't find time-lapse anywhere else in the menu systems because, let's face it, the menu systems, there's a lot going on in there. But what I found was that through a couple people on the internet was that S&Q can also allow me to slow my frame rate down to 1 photo every second, and so basically it allows you to take somewhat of a time lapse. It's basically a 1 second time lapse. Now, if there is a way to do a half-second time lapse, I would definitely love to know how to do that, but as of right now, the S&Q mode that I saw allows me to take a 1 second time lapse, and that's directly from you guys in the comments. So thank you guys for catching that first mistake. Now for the second one. Now, this is one that was very controversial, and I actually mentioned this in day before yesterday, whatever, the low light video, and I ended up cutting it out of that video before I uploaded it, where I talked about the face tracking issue, because I mentioned it in the low light test as well as my main review. But that's because you guys let me know that you can do face tracking in 4K, you just can't use a monitor. Now, this makes no sense to me. Now, granted, I will give you guys credit. You can do face tracking in 4K, but you can't be using a monitor? Why? Like, why does that stop it? Like, is the processing power like so close to the edge where like, oh, you can do it, but if we have to send a signal out, then nah, we can't do it anymore now. I don't understand that, especially for a camera that doesn't have a flip out screen. So it kind of blew my mind. I didn't like it. Somebody told me if you output at 720, then you could do it, but I didn't get a chance to test that, so I guess that's one for the future. But I mean, yes, you can do face tracking in 4K, you just can't have a monitor. I don't really like that feature and I don't really understand it, but whatever, I let it go. So if you guys are out there and you do want to do face tracking in 4K, you can, but don't try to shoot yourself, because you definitely won't be able to see yourself unless maybe you do 720, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I was wrong there too. Thanks for the catch, guys. Alright, and quickly, the third thing I wanted to wrap up this video with talking about is, yes, you guys can see it. It is in a box, and that means, yeah, I pulled the trigger. When I went to go drop off my rental, I asked them if they had one, and they did, and I was really surprised. And so I decided, what the heck, let's go ahead and do it. But you'll notice that it still isn't out of the box, and the reason why I haven't got it out of the box yet is because trying to buy the lenses for this thing and everything else, it still has me on the fence. Now, technically, as far as they're concerned, as long as I don't take it out of the box, I can still return it. And so I'm at basically that 95% sure that I'm going to keep it, but there's still that 5% where I have to figure out what I'm going to do about lenses and how this thing is going to work into my current workflow. And with all the Canon lenses that I have, where it does work pretty well for photos but not so hot for video, I'm still not really sure what I'm gonna do. But I did pick up the camera, so all you Sony guys out there who came to my videos and showed so much love, I really appreciate it. For all you Canon guys who came to my video and didn't like my decision, I'm not leaving Canon. I'm just gonna shoot with whichever tool is the easiest for that particular project. So I still have my 1DX Mark II, I still have my Sony A7 III, but I will say this: if the Sony A7 III continues to do as well as it did for me in that last week, I would not be surprised in a couple months if I didn't just completely switch over to Sony, because that size difference is so huge, especially for the way that I shoot and how much I actually have to travel and carry a lot of this gear on my back. But let's face it, Sony glass is expensive, but you guys have been referring me to some Tamron lenses, to some Sigma lenses, so I'll definitely have to get my hands on some of those. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, definitely give it a big thumbs up. You are going to want to hit that subscribe button, because as you guys saw this week, I've been posting almost daily. Actually, I have been posting daily, and I have even more videos to put out. See, I've decided now that I'm going to just basically double down when it comes to uploading to YouTube, because I love this interaction, I love the engagement, I love when you guys comment and let me know what's going on, and this is kind of that creative outlet that I need, because honestly I've been doing a lot of like corporate commercial type stuff, which isn't always like, you know, the fun stuff to shoot, but this is fun and I enjoy this, and I enjoy, you know, just communicating with you guys. So leave me those comments down below. Let me know if y'all have any questions, any gear you maybe have seen in a future video. By the way, for those of you guys who have been asking about that X-T3, I will be getting my hands on one tomorrow, which is, I guess, today when you guys will see this video. So be sure to follow me on Instagram for all the in the moment updates. But yeah, I'm excited about what's going on this channel. Hit that subscribe button. You're not gonna want to miss it, because so much is about to unload. I actually just got like a new partner, so to speak, with the channel, who's going to be giving me access to a lot more gear, like the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera very, very soon. So a lot of big stuff is going on the channel. You're not going to want to miss it. So hit subscribe, hit the bell so you don't, and I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.